Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Brothers and sisters, good morning to you this morning. Assalamu alaikum to everybody out there, all 8 billion of you out there on this planet Earth. A beautiful day out there today, and I want to share this day with you. I want to wake you all up. I know that you're all half asleep or you are just focused on the road driving. So this is how I want to liven you up, is I want you to just pretend that you are sitting here overlooking a beautiful seaside. That's what you're doing. Just focus and pretend that that is what you're doing. And I come into the studio this morning and there are 3 vouchers here on my table. A mojito iced refresher, a Biscoff cookie dough, and a Nutella shake. Now, what are these 3 doing here? This is going to be a giveaway day today. We're going to give away lots of goodies out there today. So how was your weekend? We had a very busy, thriving weekend here. Look, we have a guest coming to the studio today, and I think my producer is got an assistant today. A beautiful 8, 9. How old are you? 9. Yeah, 9-year-old. Are you joining us today? Are you joining me? Yeah. Are you our secret mystery guest, are you?
No.
She says no, she's not. She's just popped in here. Now what my producer is doing is deploying some new tactics. He's not coming into the studio himself. Can't be bothered to get up off his chair. He's sending his beautiful daughter to come here and do that task for him, which is go and move the camera. And not that she knows which way to move it, she's just pressing and guessing and getting it right. And that's how he's training her. Putting them in the deep end, that's what he likes to do. He just likes to pick them up and put them in the deep end and let it go, let it flow. That's what he does. And that's his nature and his style. So that's how it goes. So when the children start in the world of charity at the age of 4, what we talked about at the weekend, and that is how they're going to grow up to be an absolute asset to their parents, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to the community at large. That's what we have to do. Now that's what my producer, he obviously listened to me on Saturday when I was thrashing that point about, and he's responded by saying, right, school holidays, my daughter is coming with me to the studio. Is it school holidays today everywhere? No? What is she doing at the studio? Oh, she's not feeling well. I've heard that one before. She's not feeling well. I've got a tummy ache. Have you heard that one before? Right, if I carry on like this, I'm going to be asked to do the children's show if I'm any good at that. How am I doing so far? Have I passed the test? You tell me if I can do that. So I think we're going to call an interesting person this morning, and we're going to have a chat about how they do the radio over there in their neck of the woods and what's going on with Ramadan all across the world, across the country, people opening their suhoor and also closing their iftar, opening their iftar, opening their roza in other parts of England and all over the different parts of the world. So the time is just absolutely flowing. You blink and another day, another week is gone. So this Ramadan comes by, and what are we here doing in Ramadan? We're here energizing everybody and doing the best we can for our spirituality to not be only for 30 days, but to be for 365 days a year, brothers and sisters. That's what we are here to do. So normally, the first person who connects with me gets the voucher. That's what these vouchers are here for. The first person who connects gets a voucher. Is that right? Now, my difficult decision is going to be, which voucher do I give them? Do I give them the Biscoff cookie dough, the Nutella shake, or the mojito iced refresher? Which one is going to be? I'll tell you what, I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to get our mystery guest to come here into the studio, and she will select which one you are going to have. So today, you are at the mercy of my mystery young guest. We start them here at a very early age. in the studio. We like them to learn quick and fast track them. So got a message here that ZED, I told you at the weekend to be talking about the European Parliament. European Parliament now. Do we do that or do we not do that? So here, we are driven here by you, the public. So as soon as some of you wake up, I'm going to start that particular topic. So I want you to all wake up because we're going to discuss this issue about the European Parliament. We're all just recovering from the local elections we had recently, and now we are moving on to the next election, which is called the European Parliament election, and we're going to have a little discussion about that. So if you have any comments on that, do give me a call on our number here, which today they haven't switched on the screen. So what's happening here? We have another visit here from the producer. He's going to sort that out. Monday morning is like, we call it a sleepy day. It's everybody's recovering from the weekend, and we're going to start the morning very, very slowly, and we get into it, right? So we were talking about the European Parliament. So brothers and sisters, I want you to take part. Don't just sit at home and ignore coming to the European Parliament elections. You must make your point, vote. If you don't do that, you're going to be in trouble. So Ahmed Maravia, please give me a ring. I need to speak to you. So if you do that, you're going to get a voucher, a Nutella shake, a Biscoff cookie dough, a mojito iced refresher. This is what you are going to get. And out of these three, one will be selected. Unfortunately, the choice will be left to our mystery guest to forward on to you, or you will come into the studio and we'll hand it over to you one to one. That's the way to do it. Ahmed, if you agree with me, then give me a call and let me know, and we can then move on. What is our theme this week? Anyone know? Anyone would like a theme this week? Do you have an opinion? Do you have what? Are you one of those people who has an opinion and it's your way or no way or the highway? Which one are you out of the three, right? If you have an opinion, are you interested in a debate? Are you interested in a discussion? Or is it only the way you want it to be, you know? Are you one of those people who has a discussion and then goes and does what you want to do anyway? So do let me know if you are one of them. Now, we were talking about many subjects, but this week our theme is all about cohesion and diversity. And what do we do here? We connect with different people throughout the day, throughout the week, and connect with them from different communities. You are listening to Ramadan Special on EAVA 102.5 FM. Who's going to say that better than me? Come on, give me a ring and tell me on 0116 212 9324. And our text number for those really shy people of this planet is 07450925084. So if you're going to text me, you're going to get a voucher. If you're going to call me, you're going to get a voucher. So you haven't got nothing to lose. So the first one who will do that is going to get a voucher, right? So this is how to inspire you, is almost like to encourage you to do something. And this is what it's all about. You know, we need to be inspired every day. And our greatest inspiration is the majestic Quran. Now, you know that we have been selling these Qurans, the majestic Quran. So if you haven't got a copy yet, then please do come to the studio. I'm going to show you that majestic Quran. I'm going to show you the cover of it, if you bear with me. And it is absolutely, I've been getting very good feedback from the people who bought this majestic Quran, that if you will come over and pick up a copy here from the studio, it is only 20 quid and it is full of goodness. So do make an effort, come over there. Eloquence of Allah's words with the rhythm and liveliness of conventional, plain English. That's what you need. Something very simple. Many of your even non-Muslim friends, it's a wonderful gift to give to them. And this is a highly readable translation, presents a message of the Quran with clarity and accuracy. So please do come over and pick up a copy. It's a wonderful gift to give to somebody for Eid. And I think it's a wonderful idea. If you think so, then come and share with me. And some of the readers have absolutely found this to be commendable. it's successfully conveying the meaning and a message, and this is a wonderful translation. So even advanced readers who have an understanding of the Quran have found this to be very useful. Dr. Hussein's new translation combines deep psychological accuracy and conveying a lot of complex matters very easily. So please do come over and get a copy. So Arif has joined us. You know, Arif is like me, or I want to be like him. He's full of energy. If I'm at 80%, he's at 90%, you know, and that is what we like. You know, we like a bit of challenge. You know, when we compete with each other in doing good, this is what pleases Allah, right? So many stories you will have heard, such as that, is that we must always compete with each other to do good in this dunya. You know, when we are a service to others is what pleases Allah the most. Your success is not defined by what car you're driving or what you're wearing or who you're hanging with. Your success is defined by what you do in this planet. Your service to other human beings is what your success is. And this is what I want everyone to follow, this idea, and you'll never ever go astray. Your service to others in the community is what this is all about, right? So we have another mystery guest who's walked through the door, and he is going to join us also in the studio, and he come and say salam to us. And some of them, they walk into the studio and they like to remain a little bit reclusive and silent, you know, and they just give you a wave from the producer's office. That's how it goes here. Arif, not like you. When you come in, you just straight in there and you get on with it, and you are full of substance. Everything you say means a lot to many people who are listening out there. So those of you who were listening into the show yesterday, you heard a wonderful guest that had joined us called Catherine. She was from the church in Christchurch Church in Beaumont Leys, and she told us many good things about how they are engaging with the community and what they are doing for all peoples of this planet. There are Christians coming there, there are Muslims coming there, and they are feeding a lot of people. They are not so much talking about homeless people, but they are feeding people who are in poverty. Now, did you know that people who are even living in a terraced house, a semi-detached house, they are also in poverty? Like breakfast time, children, lunchtime, they have no lunch because they are going to school, and in the holidays, they have no lunch because they're not at school, getting a free lunch in school. So these children, they are being looked after by Christchurch, and that is also very commendable. And of course, they are supported by the community cohesion team at Tesco. You were here listening to Samia, and she explained how Tesco are operating and what their commitment is to the community. Now, one of the largest Tesco's in England, in Leicester, is the one on Beaumont Leys in that area. If you're living around there, then I'll give you all a shout out. Here, we've got another development here. You see, we've got now an iPad. The studio has invested in an iPad, and they're saying you must go on the Instagram. We are now on the Facebook, on the Instagram, and we are going far afield. So look us up and tell us if you are receiving us on the Instagram. That would be very nice. So you are listening to Ramadan Special on EAVA 102.5 FM. So please do connect with us, and we can then talk to you about many other subjects. So this week, our topic is cohesion and diversity. Can anyone ring me and tell me how many languages there are in the city of Leicester right now? Of course, if you say whatever number you say, that is the number of different people that live in this city. Now, when it is up to us to educate all the non-Muslims, when Catherine was asking me, how do the mosque do it? And the question she was asking me about mosques is that nobody's there to actually say to Catherine, look, come with me, let's go and take you to a mosque and do a visit to the mosque so you can learn about the Islamic faith. And these people, they're looking to have knowledge, they want knowledge, but we have to take it upon ourselves to teach them. And that is why books like this, the Majestic Quran, are a good start. If you don't want to, you can even borrow one and give it to someone, let them have a read, and you'll see that Allah will make it happen, that they'll say, look, can I keep this book? And this is very important. So please, brothers and sisters, do offer this book as a gift for Eid. This Eid, the best gift you're going to give anybody is the Majestic Quran. So please connect with the studio and we'll hand these books over to you for the sum of £20. And if you do that, and whatever proceeds we get for it is going to charity. So this is a very good initiative. Please take part and let us know what you think as well, so we can pass your messages or your opinion to Dr. Musharraf Hussain, who has written this with his team in Nottingham. So we were talking about many things. Now we need to also tell you that inspiration is an essential ingredient to success in any field. So anybody out there, everybody out there has got it in them to inspire another. This is how Allah created us to be, that everyone has got a gift to pass on to somebody else to inspire them. Sometimes a mother and father will not be successful to guide and tell their children which way to go, right? But you can also find somebody else who's Allah has selected to do that task. So this is very important, brothers and sisters. Always you have to understand how it works. You exercise your mind by reading. We always say Iqra. What does that mean? Research that and tell us what you think what that means, right? Because Iqra is what was pronounced upon us all the time from the very beginning, right? You exercise your mind. Just as exercise is important to your body, so is exercise for the mind. That is also important to your body, brothers and sisters, right? You have to understand that. So if you're not exercising your mind, what you're going to have to do? You're just going to have to start by taking your right hand and start rubbing your head like that, like as if you're massaging your own head. Try it at home, see if it works, and you will just get your battery started, right? Start doing that. Look, you're watching me do it. I'm doing it with you. So this works. This is a good start to exercising your mind. The right side of your mind is the one that you need to focus on. Of course, when you do a little bit of reading, you will learn that this is absolutely true. The right side and the left side, you're going to understand how your mind works. So this is what we do. We exercise the mind. Then last year, we were exercising the body, and I'm thinking that great, everybody's now looking more fit than they were the year before because they exercised the body. So this year, we must exercise the mind. This is the same as exercising your body. When you exercise your body, you get benefits, but you got to exercise your mind. That's why they say mind over matter. You heard that before? Of course you have. So when you are in this field of inspiring people, your biggest asset that you can give to anybody, even to yourself, is the time. Your time is a huge asset in your life. If you don't give time to yourself, to others, then you're not going to be able to do this kind of goodness in this planet, right? Even your time to spend with yourself, me time, is called me time. How much do you spend yourself? When you're spending time with yourself, it means you got to switch this off, put it to one side, and forget about your social media, right? All of those people who tell me that I've got 1,000 followers and all day long they're looking at their social media, who's following them, then they don't have any me time, So see if you have got it in you to switch off for an hour a day. When I say switch off, I mean completely switch off. Last night, I had to tell one brother, please, I beg you, let me go to sleep. I can't take it no more. I had to beg him, please don't send me any messages because I won't be replying. And he didn't listen to me. I woke up in the morning and I had about 10, 20 messages from him. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We come into the studios in the morning and my producer, he has put a lot of pressure and a new regime in the studio. So all of you presenters who come after me have to understand what the rules are now. What he's saying is that before your time is up, you must pay attention. And I've suggested that what he does on the other side of that window, he has to stand up like that and do this, right? Now, when he does that, he's going to cover the whole of that window up and we're going to see that he means business, that is our cue. And then he starts saying 9, 8, 7. We're going to get a call. We got a call today? Inshallah. So somebody is going to call us and we're going to discuss with them radio Ramadan in other parts of the country. We talked about this earlier on, and it's good to know how everybody else is getting on in other parts of the country. When we are here in Leicester, you from home to studio and back again, you lose track of what's happening everywhere else. So brothers and sisters, do join us for discussions with another radio station. That is an initiative today. Just give a call to another radio station and talk to them and see what they're up to in their studio, how they operate their timers, when you have to stop your program because an ad break is coming on. And this is how they do. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Zed, will you do me a favor? Will you just bear with me a moment, please?
See, this is what live radio is all about. You just have to go with the flow.
Exactly, I know.
We are calling another radio station called Radio Sangam in Huddersfield. Those of you who don't know where Huddersfield is, then you got to get on your Google and learn. Is that right?
Absolutely, we're in Huddersfield. It's Radio Sangam and we broadcast globally. This is Farah. मैं हूँ आपकी host, आपकी दोस्त, आपकी मेज़बान. This is your morning Saheli, जी हाँ. So, Brother Zed, how are you this morning?
Listen,
how's Ramadan going?
Now I'm getting inspired because, I need to also learn how to say that in Urdu because this is forced upon me to speak in English only here on the station called Ramadan Special EAVA 102.5 FM. And over there...
Could you repeat that again? So we have Brother Zed with us from...
Ramadan Special.
Where was that, Brother Zed?
That is in Leicester. EAVA 102.5 FM. For those of you who don't know where Leicester is,
okay.
This is the city of champions, right? So all of you people in Huddersfield, if you know anything about football, then this is the city of champions. This is where we are in Leicester. So here, if you have a look at this scarf, if your Facebookers are watching you, then you see this. Leicester Premiership champions in 2015, 2016. So this is the reason why this is called the City of Champions. For those of you in Huddersfield who don't know, we're
doing a live radio to radio chat. That's pretty awesome. I don't know if that's the first, but
it's a week of cohesion and diversity. And
absolutely,
what we are showing, we're showing the people of England an example of how two radio stations, they gel together and they can work together. One is in one part of the world, one is in another part of the world. And if us radio people can't gel together, then we have an issue.
Absolutely. If we can't gel together, who can? So they say, what they say, don't you, Zed? Practice what you preach.
That's exactly what I'm doing, Farah.
And I'm joining you because I always talk about how peace and unity is so important, and one of the very best ways of doing that, I guess, is how do you treat your neighbor? How would you like your neighbor to treat you? I guess so. Treat your neighbor the way you want to be treated by your neighbor. But yeah, that's. I talk about a lot of these kind of things on my show, not just during Ramadan. I talk about it all year round, really, about engaging with people, irrespective of their race, their color, their creed. It is crucially important. How else are we going to learn about people? How else are we going to get on with them if we don't know anything about them?
Of course, that is so true, and it's a very common for Muslims to take care of 160 people around their house where they live. That is what we are taught.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So is your radio on right now? Because I'm getting some feedback.
It is. You're live on air right now. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so the feedback is on our side, not on your side. So
Okay.
maybe some technical. Yeah, it's probably on this side, that side, I don't know.
Yes, we're live on air, Brother Zed. When we were talking, I remember you saying something about the initiative that the churches have undertaken. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah,
I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah, you heard the program on Sunday where Catherine from one of the churches in Leicester, where they do a lot of support work to all communities in the city of Leicester. And they even have Muslims come there, give them a donation to help them do what they're doing. And it's a great initiative, and this is a great example of cohesion.
It's a fantastic example of cohesion, and let's hope that the mosques take a leaf out of the church's book, because this is exactly the kind of things that mosques would benefit greatly from by doing this, because not only would it engage the wider community, but other than just at Ramadan, it would show, it would not only mean that we were engaging with people, but it would show what kind of people Muslims are, and people need to see this, don't you think?
Well, this is absolutely imperative. I think we need to learn from each other, and critical appreciation is always good. So we can move these initiatives forward. But I think it's good to share what goes on in your area and what's going on here, and we can learn from each other every day. Do you have initiatives like that?
The only initiative that I'm aware of is the National Iftar program that took place. Was it on Friday or Saturday? I can't remember which day it was on. It was either on Friday or Saturday. Also, there are mosques in Manchester. There's a particular mosque in Manchester, actually, that does a lot of proactive work in the community, not just during Ramadan. They're constantly working all year round, engaging with the community with different initiatives, different programs. And we've actually interviewed them on the radio here. During, do you remember the event that happened in Manchester when the bomb exploded at the
Arena.
Yeah, at the Manchester Arena when Ariana Grande was performing. And basically what they did was they opened their doors to the community so that anybody that was upset, anybody that was had been affected by it could go along and sit and have a cup of tea and talk to people. But they were dealing with the emergency services. That was really the main cause of them opening their doors and offering any services that they could provide to the emergency services, because they were offering tea, coffee, somewhere to just have 5-10 minutes, break here and there.
Yeah, I recall that. I think many good initiatives the Muslims are doing, there's no enough awareness and appreciation of that from everybody. I think we need to really let people know what good work Muslims are doing throughout the country.
I completely agree with you. And whatever work that is being done, we need to sing it from the rooftops, really, because that's the only way that people are going to become aware of it. That's the only way. And perhaps this platform, the platform of the radio, is a perfect platform for such work to be sung about or shared,
Well, I think we should all connect with the social media, through the social media, and spread all this goodness throughout the world, not only in our locality.
Absolutely. Well, later on this morning I have a guest with me. She's called Farah Ferrari, and she's actually something else that I feel that we need to be very much aware. Well, we will be aware of it, but it's something that we need to really take into consideration when we're doing this kind of work. Is that there's a lot of people out there who are already engaging with the community at large through social media. And Farah Ferrari is one of them. She has a huge following, and people like that have an influence on the people that follow them. So I'm sure a lot of work can be done, and is being done, by these people and with the help of these people.
Well, how about you and I becoming best friends with all of these influence on this planet, England, and engage them to help us to bring awareness about all the good things that are happening in the community, in the city?
Absolutely fantastic. I'd love to help you do that, Zed. That sounds absolutely amazing. Thank you for the offer. I accept gracefully. Definitely, let's get these people on board, and let's get them to sing about the good work that is being done. Because if they follow that with the thousands of followers that they have, can you imagine what's going to happen?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There is something about all the Farahs in this world. They're gifted, right? And
definitely.
Today, before we close, I'll say that you have been Zedified today.
And you've been verified.
Okay, then you take care and we'll chat again.
Jazakallah khair, brother. Thank you so much. All the
Jazakallah
best. Allah Hafiz. Bye.
There you are. That is us having a go at another radio station, engaging with them and showing you that this is how it works. We engage with each other, we get to know each other better, we make connections, and as my brother Arif says, we've got to network. That's what we have to do, network. When we have people that we know, we connect them with another people, and that's how you form your chain. Your network is not only around Leicester, but it has to be national, global. This is what we have to do. So, brothers and sisters, each day we're going to take it upon us to connect with another radio station, engage with them, share ideas with them, and see we can learn from each other. So how about I tell my producer that tomorrow we give our BBC Radio Leicester a call? How's that? Is that a challenge? Yeah? Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you give them a call right now and prepare them mentally, because not everybody is ready to be Zedified. You have to prepare them a day before. So their number is easily obtainable on the Google, easily. Right, we'll do a little bit of a message. My name is Sabina Musa. I am a Slimming World consultant and have many sisters in our community to lead a healthier lifestyle. I would like to ask, what is your procedure to get on the radio station and promote healthy eating? Look forward to hearing from you soon, inshallah. Sabina, this is what you do. You pick that phone up and you talk to my producer. His number is 0116-212-9324, and you tell him exactly what you've just told me on this text message. And my producer is a very, very humble kind of guy, right? He just ain't got it to say no to anybody. Occasionally, when he does say no, he lands us in a lot of trouble. That's what happens. So you give him a call and you tell him that Brother Zed, that is me, has asked me to call you, and he's going to then give you some special attention. As soon as you tell him the name Zed, things will happen. And he is then going to come to me and he's going to tell me about it. This is how it should happen. But anyway, let me know if all that what I've said is true after you've called him. After you've called him, then you call me and let me know. Now, just that procedure will make you slim. I can tell you that now. And I'll tell you one thing, sister. Everything happens from the qadr of Allah. The fact that you are calling him and you are talking about slimming is in itself a message. This is how Allah works. Why did it happen like that you have to be calling him and not anybody else? Slimming is the key word here. The key word here, the hashtag here, slim with me. That's how it's going to happen. Of course, let me share you a secret with you, Sabina, if you're listening still. Earlier on, I tried to initiate a good practice of eating soup at the time of iftar to keep ourselves humble, it's Ramadan. We all have to be very, very in control. And we must remind each other that Ramadan is not a period of feasting. That is not the essence of Ramadan. And then we had a battle on our hands because outside the city retreat, they were threatening to stand outside to say, we want this and we want that. And that's what happened, you know. So this is what goes on. When you tell somebody that, no, you're not going to have this food, you're going to have this food, they have a hissy fit. That's what they do. They have a fit. So, Sabina, I, for one, will be absolutely interested to hear about all your good practices, and maybe we can engage you with some of the other persons who are absolutely committed to healthier lifestyles. You know, we did the Health is Wealth, that was last week, and we engaged with a lot of people from different areas. That's what I would like to do. Now, we have a guest coming today after the next break, and he's from the Sikh community, and he's come to join us to share with us the merits of Ramadan. And this was happening every day now. Each day, we're going to have a guest from different communities to come engage with us and to share the beauty of Ramadan and talk about all the good things that each community is doing and how we all work together. And this is very important because when we have people from other communities who enjoy the month of Ramadan to celebrate it, to also appreciate the merits of it, then we are all going to benefit from that. So brothers and sisters, this is very, very important. So let's look at this attentively and learn from it. So this brother, normally they come in and they introduce themselves, and this is very inspiring brother. You'll see him on the Facebook and maybe recognize him. He's quite famous personality, just like Farah from Sangam Radio. She's a famous presenter as well. For those of you who did not know, you can check her out. She's from Sangam Radio. So how are we doing? I'm asking my producer if he's had any luck with the BBC. Has he contacted them yet? So it's good to keep on top of these things, remind each other. On live radio, you just do your comms live on radio. That's what goes on. So Sabina, we are waiting for your call. You haven't called us yet. You've probably gone back to sleep, or you are slimming away somewhere, right? We need to know what's happening. So give us a acknowledgement or give us a thumbs up somewhere. We are waiting on that. So brothers and sisters, if you have any initiatives that you want to drive forward, or you know anybody in the community who's doing some wonderful work, then connect us with them. We need to speak to all these wonderful people who are doing good work in the community. That is very, very important, because if we don't bring awareness to the good work that people are doing in the community, we're going to get left behind. Of course, don't forget the European Parliament. We need to also flag that up. So my producer, he hates politics. He's not interested in politics. He's asking me earlier on, what is this European Parliament all about? So do put that on the screen so I can share with everyone that we must cast our vote on Thursday for the European Parliament. And you must go there and select a candidate who you think is going to serve you well, serve your country, and look after the interests of everybody, not only somebody, but everybody. We start in this world with nothing, we become somebody, and so on. Here, we have a wonderful message. Salam ZED. That person is as lively as me. I can just read that message and know that this is a lively person I'm talking to. I'm so glad I was listening to your show last Saturday morning when you spoke with the Dr. Musharraf about the Majestic Quran. Alhamdulillah, I ordered 8 copies. I gave most out as gifts. I'm reading my copy and I found it really beautifully simple, yet so enriching too. One friend I gifted one to will now be giving her family and friends copies as Eid presents. So Alhamdulillah, the goodness will spread, and it all started in Radio Ramadan, EAVA 102.5 FM. Wow. I am rubbing my head and feeling inspired. Wow, works like magic. You see, guys, you think that Zed is just waffling away here in the morning breakfast show. It works. Try it. This is just a simple remedy. Sometimes you got pressure. You simply have to rub your head and things happens. Now the next guest is going to exemplify that more, because he is embodiment of fitness. That's what this next guest is all about. So my friend Sabina, do listen in, because my next guest is going to give you an insight about slimming. What is slimming all about? Because this guy, he is about 101 years old, or is he 25-year old? I don't know. I don't know. Every year I see him, he's getting younger and younger and younger. So he's slim. And I'm going to ask him live on radio how old he is, because up to now we failed to ever find out how old he is, because nobody knows. Today maybe he will tell us live on radio, Ramadan special, EAVA 102.5 FM. We are going to get down to it and find out how old he is today. And you'll see him on Facebook, and you'll get an example of fitness and slimming. In fact, my producer sat next to him is already buzzing, looking at him with a lot of excitement, saying that, I want to be like that. I want to be like that. And he, sometimes he's talking in, not in English, he's murmuring in Mayman language. And I can hear what he's saying, because I understand a few words in that language. So all of you who speak that language, I need you in the studio right now so you can do the translation. When he doesn't want me to know what he's saying, he starts murmuring in Mayman language, or he starts in Portuguese as well. When he knows that I've picked up some words in Mayman, what he does is switches over to Portuguese, because he knows that I have zero knowledge of that language. Of course, cohesion and diversity is all about languages, because when we learn somebody's language, even if you learn 10 words of that language, you then embrace that particular culture and those people who are of a different being than you are, right? So it's very important, even when we eat food from another culture, you are then embracing that culture, right? And this is very, very important. So you will see that you ask any non-Asian person about Asians, and the first thing they will say, chicken tikka masala I had on Friday. That's how they engage with us, just through the chicken tikka masala. So we got to step up our game and engage them with more about us. There's a lot more about Asian people in the whole England than just chicken tikka masala. That's what I want you to learn. So see, today I'm very inspired. Sabina has sort of given me some inspiration to sort of keep slim, and of course from the brother who told me about the Majestic Quran. So this initiative, we run it every day at the radio, the Majestic Quran. We tell people about it, bring awareness about the Majestic Quran. So I'm so happy with that, brother. Inshallah, the people that you had given this gift to, you will get the ajr for that, for sure. So brothers and sisters, you must take this initiative on. And another brother I also know took 6 copies, and he told me that I've also given them out as gifts. So every time you give these out as gifts, you will get the ajr for that, because people will read and get goodness out of it, and it will help them. This is very, very therapeutic, even for anyone. And when we are talking about training our mind, this is what happens. Now we are coming down to the last part of this show. We shall come straight back after this break. So please connect with us. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, brothers and sisters. We are now back for our last session this morning on the Breakfast Show. We have in the studio today on Ramadan special EAVA 102.5 FM my good brother here, Manjeet. We call him the Iron Man of Leicester. Manjeet, how are you this morning?
Thank you. Good
Yeah,
morning.
you're looking very fit since I saw you last year. This time,
Last year I had a jacket on.
yeah.
This time I'm about to take it.
Yeah, you are looking even more fitter this year than you were last year, right? So those of you who can see him on the Facebook camera, do let us know if you agree with me that Manjeet is, as he gets older, he gets fitter. So Manjeet, tell me, what is the secret? You know, you heard earlier morning we had a message about slimming.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have this problem, do you? Because I've never
You don't
seen
need to be slimming. You just get fit.
You get fit.
Fit. No,
So,
slimming is different. Being fit is different.
of course,
You know?
Manjeet.
Slimming is like people. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. What Manjit is saying, that there is a disparity. There is a slimming and fitness.
Slimming is for those people who think they are fat.
Yeah.
They're big. In physically, they are big people. They want to go slim. But those people already into the shape, they want to get fit. Fitness is different to slimming.
So what you're saying is that if somebody is big,
He wants to be slim.
slim, but then
He wants to put reduce weight on. Off.
you're saying that's not the essence. The essence should be, even if they're big, they should do exercise
That's
to be
it.
fit.
That's it. That's it.
you
Doesn't
can-
matter.
Manjit has decreed you can be big and you
Doesn't
can
matter.
still be fit.
I want to be like your producer here.
Wow.
Because at this body weight, which is 72 kg, I can only pull a bus with my body. But if I'm like him, I can pull a train.
Wow.
So you need a big body, massive body, So you look nice. When you put clothes on, you feel people can recognize you from the crowd. Yeah, that's guy. I've seen him.
Tell you what, Manjit, his wife will pass on a lot of samosas to you.
Oh, thank you. Eat my samosa, please.
Keema samosa, yeah. If you can take him to the gym with you, you can start exercising. So we got a message here, Big Manjit, man of steel, big up. You got a big shout out there for you.
Thank you.
Already. So this is very true, you can be big, but you got to exercise to
Yeah,
be
that's right.
fit.
True.
Right?
That's true.
And we have, as we were saying earlier on, we have to exercise our body and we have to exercise our
Of your mind
Yeah.
as well, yeah.
And that's
It's the
what we do.
synchronization of the brain, heart, and the whole body. This is called meditation. People, I was listening somebody saying, "Oh, meditation is just be happy as you are." How can you be happy as you are? Some people, they're not happy with their physique, with their mental problems. So you have to be doing something. People are teaching meditation nowadays. Oh, sit here, close your eyes, think that. Rubbish. You can do meditation yourself. Meditation is in your mind. I never learned from anybody, and I can do miracles. This is nobody can teach you meditation. I tell you, you can go to classes whole year, and other year, what have you learned? Nothing. Ask people, can you do something which is beyond belief? Meditation is that. You can do something which nobody can believe. I can pull a double-decker bus with one hand. Just put rope in my hand like this. I can pull with one, which I did in Derby few years back.
So we were asking a question earlier on, Manjit, is exactly how old are you? Because nobody has a clue.
I'm 70.
70.
And if you asked me how many world records have you got, 70 as well. So it's a good thing for me. This year I can say 70.
Oh man, that is incredible. 70 world records at doing strongman feats.
First world record was 1987 when I did dips, parallel bar dips. Remember? And
That's
I
right,
had
yeah.
one certificate from the Guinness Book. I went to the BBC radio station. I went to everywhere to show my certificate. I was so excited. After that, I got so many. Some of them not even framed.
I see.
No, just lying in the cupboard.
So when did you first start doing these strongman
Trainer.
feats?
Actually, it started in India. When I was in India, there was people used to do stone lifting. Still, Pakistan people, they do it. I've seen it yesterday. I was watching him. People lift weights as a normal stone, from the jungle. You can get it from
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
stone
From the
lift.
mountains, yeah.
Mountains, yeah. You can lift on your shoulder or you can lift above your head. on the hands, which I used to do it. I was a 54 kg body weight, and I lifted 82 kg stone above my head on my hands. Still got a picture at home, and that was in 1970.
That is incredible.
That
That's
was really
incredible.
good.
Now, with all these feats that you do, and do you need any special diet, exercise? What is your exercise regime?
Exercise is every day. You must do running, swimming, cycling, whatever you can do. But if you go to the gym nowadays, it's all sophisticated things. You go on the treadmill, 10 minutes, then you go for legs. Most of the people I've seen nowadays in the gym, which I really hate it. People take the phone with them, do one set, then they go on the Facebook. Sitting there, they know what they're doing. This is not training. You're wasting the time. You just go to the gym, leave the phone in your car, leave the phone at home. Never take the phone with you if you want to go to the gym. If you want to be something. If you want to enjoy just passing the time, because at home you got a problem and you go to the gym for 2-3 hours. I've seen people staying there 3 hours. What can you do 3 hours in the gym? Yes, okay, you can do one set on bench press, sit down on the same bench, keep going on the Facebook, and you can do 3-4 hours.
So you
Which
get
is
these wannabe influencers. They go in the gym and they start taking video. Like, wow, I'm in the gym. Look at me.
They're not doing that. There's nobody doing that. Just if they do that's motivation. That's good thing. If they take the phone and tell their friend, "Oh, I'm doing bench press, make my film, and I can send to my friends, so they can see it. They can get some lessons from this." Not like that. They're chatting on the phone like this. Only one day I was waiting for a bench press. There were 3 bench press modes, and one was incline. I was waiting for the incline, and the guy sitting there. He does one set, then he's just on the Facebook or whatever he was doing on the phone. I can't say to him, "Can I please have this?" I said, "Leave it." I didn't do that on that day. I left it. But people should understand what they're doing there in the gym. Let the other people do something. If you want to pass the time like this, do it outside. There's plenty of space in the reception wherever you go in the gym. I'm not talking any name of the gym, but you can do Facebook, other things apart from your training. Just go there half an hour. Do proper training, come out, do what you like.
Of course, social media is a big issue right now, where people are saying, some restaurants in London are saying that this is a no mobile phone zone. So when you go there, you leave your phone.
That's good. I think this is good.
And then you go to the restaurant and you talk to human beings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And,
talk personal. Yeah,
that's right, to connect.
I've seen one picture sent to me. There's a group of families. They went to see their grandmom. Grandmom lives alone, and grandmom still sitting on the chair alone, and everybody chatting on the phone. What kind of, you went to see your grandmom, and 4 of you on the phones and like this down there, and grandmom looking at everybody.
So of course, look, this week is cohesion and diversity, and now you've just brought a problem on the table which affects all communities today.
True.
Right? So you can imagine the power of the manipulators who have created this technology to get every human being completely addicted to it. Are we all addicted to this?
Most of them, not me.
Not you.
Not myself. I only check it about 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes probably in the evening.
That's
So
it.
if somebody send me any email comes from there, "Oh, you have got this world record now. Oh, can you come to this TV show?" That's what I see. Otherwise, I
You don't bother.
I'm not care.
There you are. So this is an example here where Manjit, he's telling us his routine, that when he goes to the gym, 1 hour of solid training, and then after that, training every day you do
Every
this?
day, every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
So at the age of 70, you managed to maintain
every day.
your fitness by going to the gym every day.
I want to
for
see
1 hour.
myself when I'm 80 years old. I want to come here again, and I want to show you that. Look, I'm still the same. That's what I want.
Inshallah, inshallah.
you.
At the age of 80, he
I
wants
want to be
still
the
there.
same. That's my aim.
That's right. So at the age of 70, he's still doing a lot of exercise and a lot of.
I lift a lot of
feats.
weights as well. Do quite heavy legs, heavy bench press. I do, but it's not worth it because I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I never wanted to be. I wanted to be a record breaker. I want to do something where people can recognize me. Oh, he's doing this. I'm pulling a double-decker bus with ears. That's my world record you saw the last year.
Yeah.
I mean, still my world record. These sort of things. One company called me from Japan. Oh, we would like to come to Leicester. Would you do this for us? I said, yeah, of course. They came. We went to the Victoria Park. They arranged everything, the bus and everything, and I pulled the bus for them. Plenty of money, plenty of chairs.
So, you get good money for that? Wow.
We can't say good, but we get money.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So we need the money. Money makes the world go round.
Of course.
Of course. And then after your training, you go home. What do you do?
Have a shower.
You shower. Then like, do you eat?
Then eat.
You don't shower at the gym. What kind of gym are you going to?
No, shower is there, but I don't waste time. People just go in the suits and this.
Everybody goes and showers in the gym because
No, I have a shower at my home.
Only at your home.
And
not
my
gym.
home, because I know where everything is.
Okay, that's fine. And then what's your diet? What do you eat?
Simple diet. It's not a. People say, a lot of people, all these big people, big bodybuilders, if you ask them, they say, oh, I consume so many calories, this, I eat so many, 10 eggs, 20, this, big chicken, this and that. That's for them. Everybody has got different routine for the food. I mean, normal person should have plenty of vegetables in the morning, like, there should be 5 to 6 diets a day. That's what I do. I don't eat just in the morning, then in the afternoon, then in the night. No, that's wrong.
So you eat small
portions.
Small portions, but
5-6 times
a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just not giving your body a lot of pressure then.
No.
Yeah.
Let it.
Of course, this is a good routine. Everyone's sort of made up their own routine. But as I was telling you earlier, this week is our week of cohesion and diversity. Now, you've been in Leicester for many, many years. And in the 70s, when did you come to England?
77.
In 77. And you have seen
Everything.
Many
I've
changes.
seen many changes in
77. Yeah. So how have you perceived the community, the diversity in the community, how it has changed?
Actually, I don't go into these sort of sites. I keep away from the communities, keep away from everything. I just concentrate on myself. That's it. I haven't seen any bad thing since 1977. I go everywhere. I mean, a lot of the people ring me, oh, this happened over there, this happened over there. I don't know why. But I think them days people were more friendly. When I came, I was the only one with my wife on Pressbold Road of Forest Road. We were living there. There was all English people living there. They all looked after us in them days.
But of course, now you've seen times have changed.
But everything has changed.
The inner city is predominantly Asian people who are living in the inner city. But back in the 70s, when we all came here to this country, there was a mix in the inner city. You had a lot of people who were living. Now today, they're completely more or less Asian in Evington Road.
The people are not mingling up together. There's diversity. The people call diversity. Okay, we are all together. That nation, black, white, green, everybody, we get together. But they don't. They said they're still celebrating their own things, and they never invite other communities to join them. Diwali comes, everybody goes to Diwali. But why don't they call? There should be some sort of a system. Okay, we want to call so many people from that community, so many people. Then we sit in a big hall, then we tell everybody, then we can learn each other's culture. We don't know, Muslim people probably don't know why they celebrate Diwali. And probably most of the Indian people, they don't know why they celebrate Eid. Because they never mingle up together. They never tell everybody, they should get together. All the community should get together. There should be some sort of, I told you brother as well, I said, look, there should be some sort of committee in Leicester. We make it, in that committee, 20 people, every month get together, get the feelings of everybody, write it down, what we want, how we want to improve in Leicester. Leicester is a beautiful city to live in. I had plenty of chances to go to London, plenty of money, I said no. This is my city. I came here. I born here. Born means I came here. So I won't go from Leicester anywhere. No way.
Of course. So as English Manjit, now you've converted here, right? So the message is very clear that all communities, now we have many more communities than we had before, should mingle together, get together, and
try to know each other's culture.
And languages as well. And eat together.
Eat together. That's it. Eat together.
And this is very important, brothers and sisters. This is a message for all of us that we must engage with other communities. There are new communities arriving here. In the 70s, we did not have the Afghanistan, we did not have the Kurdish people, we didn't have the Polish people, we didn't have the Albanians.
Albanian, yeah, true.
There are so
Now
many.
there's so many, everybody. And we should get together, all should get, then we can bring the love.
Now, let me do your test now for you, Manjit. Do you know in your database anybody from the Memon community?
I know because my accountant is Mem.
Your accountant is Memon. You see, you just had to drop that one in, that a Memon is connected with money.
Yeah, they don't care anything else.
They don't care about anything else.
True.
So there is a message from Manjit that
We should get together.
no, this is not the ZED speaking. This is Manjit.
And I can eat anything. You call me any house, I can go there and eat. Doesn't
eat
matter,
that,
it's
yeah.
beef or it's whatever, what kind of meat is it? I'll eat everything.
So this, you know that this is a big argument here in the studio. We eat soup or we eat meat, you know, and I'm saying we go for the soup, and my producer saying no.
You can eat anything as long as you, in the morning, 6 o'clock, go to the park and do half a mile run and walk and run. And
My producer here, he's putting an initiative out to say ban the soup. He wants to ban soup.
Because he likes
Well,
solemn meal.
I initiated an idea to the Memon Center that I'm going to write into them and tell them you should initiate soup in your Thursday meals. They do a wonderful initiative there for the old people on
They
Thursdays.
make nice food actually.
Yeah,
I've been to
and
one
I'm
of them.
saying that put soup on the menu, and you know what? I was told that your letter, when it comes in, it come through the letterbox and go straight in the bin. It ain't even going to go to the committee to take a vote on it.
True.
There you go. So the soup idea is not picking up steam. So Manjit, you know, you have made it absolutely clear to everybody out there listening in today that we need to work together as a team.
Together.
Yeah?
That's good.
And this is what is exemplified what cohesion and diversity is all about, where Manjit is saying that people talk about it but they don't do it.
That's it. That's it. Everybody say that. Oh, Leicester is multiracial society. Yes, we can see. We know that it is multiracial, but it's not mingling together. No, mingle together. It is multiracial because all the races living in Leicester. That's true. But if you say they all get together on one platform, it's wrong.
Of course,
Nobody
it's
does.
a very clear message to all of the people listening out there that Leicester is a multiracial society, as you read about it in the newspapers and in the media. But what Manjit is saying, that it's not a mingling society where people touch the hearts of each other.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
So Manjit, what can you do you're a man of influence to help
Try
bring
to
change?
Try to get the feelings of their pain, other people's pain, other people's
Grievances.
grievances. You know, if you feel like that, he's upset. Next door, who living there? A lot of people nowadays they don't care who's living next door. Winter comes, there's some poor people. I mean, I'm not talking about poor. I mean, old people living there. But then nobody goes there to ask them, "Hello, madam. Hello, sir. You all right? Have you got any problem? Your son come to see you? Your your sister come to see you? Something." If you little bit just get some time out to look after those people, and those people who are physically not able to do things, we should look after them. If you're going somewhere, just try to talk to them, make them happy somehow. You know, they say, "Oh yeah, it's a nice guy." You know, that's it, nothing else.
Of course, very, very important message from my brother Manjit here, who's like encouraging people to go out there and give time and time again. I keep telling you about time, to give time. The time that you give to another is what is benefit to.
Allah will give you plenty of happiness.
That's it. So Manjit has given a very clear message, and this is what, brothers and sisters, this is the month of Ramadan. This is the time to reflect and listen to even people from other communities, that they're also giving the same message, that how we as human beings, all created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have got to give time to each other.
True.
Understand each other. And you, in your work, you are always with so many different countries, so many different people, and this is how you have developed your mind, body and matter, haven't you?
Yep.
And this is wonderful. Manjit, for those of you who don't know, you can also look at him in Google and you'll see some of the many world records. Any particular world record that you comes to your mind as your favorite?
Press ups on the fingertips.
Press ups on the fingertips.
152 in 1 minute.
152 on fingertips. Just put your fingers here. Let's have a look.
Like this.
Like that. Wow, 152.
On the floor.
Yeah.
And my host was Linford Christie that time.
Linford Christie,
He was my host on that day. It was done by BBC.
the gold medalist, 200 meter Olympic champion, yeah? 100 meter Olympic champion, Linford Christie.
He was my host, and we done it for Children in Need, a charity, in front of Millennium Dome in 2000. You know, Millennium Dome was built.
Yeah.
And there's another thing. At the Millennium Dome, my picture was displayed 4 foot by 4 foot next to Richard Branson. I don't know how. They came here, they took whole day to take my pictures. I said, why? They said, oh, this is a Millennium Dome being built next year. It was 99. We want to put your picture there. And I'm standing like this with my headscarf on like this. And they asked me, what do you want to say? I said, true thing. I said, this is the country. If you got a talent, show your talent to them. There's no such thing that you will never be recognized. Doesn't matter who you are, black, white, Indian, brown, whatever you are. These people, they respect the talent. That's what I can tell you now.
Of course, this is so true. You know, in many a country, like if you go back home to India and Pakistan, they don't have that much.
It happened to me in India recently.
Appreciation, yeah.
They said, pull that. Do you want to pull the truck with your ears? I said, yeah, I can show you this. But a lot of people there, oh, this is a magic. They talk about a magic. They talk about who you worship. Talking about Pero. I don't know who's Pero. And they said, oh, you worship him? I said, I don't know.
Yeah, also one day somebody had told me that I think that guy has got 70 jinns that come and join him in pulling the bus,
Yes,
right?
people say that.
And people say that, don't they?
But English people, they don't. These community, that's why they are forward. They don't go to back. We just go to the temple, go to the mandir, go to the mosque to get, ask the Allah or ask the Vaheguru, go mandir, you know, give me this, give me this. No, you are the God. You are the God. Everything is in you.
You know, we don't say that in our Islamic culture that we are the God. Never.
No, God. Not that God.
What he's trying to explain basically is that
you have
mind
the power.
What you're saying, mind over matter.
Mind over the matter. That's it.
That's it.
You are the thing.
Sometimes Manjit, his explanation is misunderstood.
Was little bit wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, not God means you can do whatever you want to do.
Of course. Now, what he's trying to explain, mind over matter, is that have belief.
Believe, yeah, you can do it.
This is what we were talking about earlier on in the week, that MRT, mirror reflection therapy. You look in the mirror and you say, I can do it.
I told you this last year.
Yeah, I believe.
Yes.
That's what you got to say, I believe, isn't
yeah.
it? That I can do it. And then this is how you have to move forward, brothers and sisters. Wonderful messages here. We could be sat here all day talking to Manjit about all his wonderful records, and the day will just pass. You'll pass the time. So relaxation is very important, isn't it? Yeah. So brothers and sisters, sadly we're coming to the end of the program. Manjit, did you feel that 30 minutes fly?
I don't know, it just went. 30 minutes gone. I
30
thought we only
minutes.
10 minutes.
Now, in that 30 minutes time, my producer tells me that out of 30 minutes, Manjit was speaking for 20 and I was speaking for 9. So what happened to the other minute? I want to know from my producer who's stolen the other minute. Right? So, brothers and sisters, tomorrow we're going to join you again on the Ramadan special EAVA 102.5 FM with another wonderful guest. Jazakallah khair for your time listening in to us this morning. We'll catch up with you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.